Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Houston Texans. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Benedict. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Jackson from the shotgun. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st down, Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 33. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Jackson. He's got Allen. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Johnson looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll run. This is Allen. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
To throw on 2nd down, Benedict. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699.
17 yards, but it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Bradshaw. And he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 6-6.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful throwing the football. I know you threw the football in your past off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, they love this opportunity, don't they? A chance to get involved.
They certainly do, and many of them were quarterbacks or big-time players when they were in high school and college. So to get back doing what they did before, always fun.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Benedict under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Bradshaw. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the bootleg. Benedict sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Schultz. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down now. It's Allen. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. He's going deep for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Benedict. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Benedict. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Boy, they're down only 1 score. Still first half. But they're going to line up for the onside kick. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he stopped immediately there. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin them inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Benedict, flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And good quarterbacks know that when things start to break down and they're forced to flee the pocket, they can often count on their running backs to try and bail them out. That happened on that play. Nice gain.
On first down, Benedict. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. Back to throw again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points. And following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off at the 36. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Off the bootleg, Benedict. He'll find Lindsey here. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Back to throw. Benedict. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Now it's Jackson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He finds his target, Allen. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. On first down, it's Allen, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. Jackson. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Second 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action. From the gun, it's Jackson.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run the counter. Allen, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And the Titans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy and let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Benedict. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Bud Dupree in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
They go play action now. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. To me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd down, Jackson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Benedict. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the Titans are right back in this football game. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground with Allen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Allen, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing right, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's it to the 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now a carry for Allen. Busts through the tackle. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Here's Allen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd down, Allen. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Bradshaw. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradshaw. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? To throw from his end zone, Benedict. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. This will be caught by Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Let's go! Let's go! 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone. And that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the 4th quarter. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
And the Titans have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll run with Allen. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Allen. Room to run past midfield. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Tennessee, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.